The next day brought no relief, only deeper despair. Amina's voice had vanished, swallowed by the horror she had witnessed. No matter how hard she tried, no sound would escape her lips, as though the evil itself had stolen her ability to speak. Their mother, Fatima, stood helpless between her two children, a daughter trapped in silent terror, and a son whose soul had been devoured by something unholy. With each passing hour, their home grew colder, darker, as if the very walls were being consumed by an ancient curse. In her desperation, Fatima turned to her dearest friend and neighbor, who whispered of a woman feared and revered across all of Sudan, Altaya. It was said that Altaya possessed powers beyond mortal understanding, that she could pierce through veils invisible to others, mend what no medicine could touch, and banish even the most vicious and vengeful jinn back into the shadows. If any living soul could rescue Bashir from the abyss that had claimed him, surely it would be her. But in the depths of her fear, Fatima could not have known the terrible truth, that some evils are too ancient to be undone, and some forbidden knowledge, once unleashed, can never be contained again. When she finally arrived at their door, Fatima fell to her knees in gratitude. Here, at last, was hope, walking into their cursed home with the confidence of someone who had faced 1,000 demons and conquered them all. Altaya moved through their house with the weight of ancient authority. Her eyes missed nothing. In Amina's room, she placed a gentle hand on the trembling girl's head and spoke softly. "Tell me how you feel, dear." But Amina's voice remained imprisoned by terror. Altaya closed her eyes, whispering sacred words that seemed to pull at invisible threads in the air. When she opened them again, her expression had darkened. "Take me to your son," she commanded. The moment Altaya stepped into Bashir's room, she stopped. The air itself seemed to recoil from her presence. She stood motionless in the center of that darkness, turning slowly as if reading a language written in shadows. "Leave us," she ordered, her voice carrying an authority that could not be questioned. "Close the door behind you." Inside that sealed darkness, Altaya sat on the edge of Bashir's bed. The young man, now gaunt and hollow, leaned against her shoulder like a broken child seeking comfort. She placed her hand gently upon his head, her fingers threading through his hair. And then, in a voice barely above a whisper, tender, intimate, dangerous, she asked the question only she could know to ask.
"Where did you hide the book